We all have limited time, energy, and love to give. But too often, we find ourselves investing in people who drain us instead of helping us grow. Today, I want to share 6 key points on why you should be mindful of who you invest yourself in and how to recognize the right people to surround yourself with. Your energy is one of the most valuable things you have. Every day, you wake up with a limited amount of it, and how you choose to use it determines the quality of your life. Yet so many of us unknowingly waste our energy on the wrong people, people who drain us, who take more than they give, and who leave us feeling exhausted rather than fulfilled. These relationships, whether friendships, romantic partnerships, or even family ties, can weigh us down if we are not careful about where we invest ourselves. Imagine yourself as a battery. Every interaction you have throughout the day either charges or depletes that battery. Some people leave you feeling inspired, motivated, and full of life. These are the people who understand and appreciate you, who uplift and encourage you. They challenge you to grow, celebrate your successes, and support you through difficulties. On the other hand, there are those who drain your battery at an alarming rate. These individuals constantly demand your attention, burden you with their negativity, and leave you feeling emotionally exhausted. They might be people who only come to you when they need something, who complain without seeking solutions, or who make you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that they have an endless supply of energy to give to others. In reality, your mental and emotional resources are just as limited as your physical ones. You would not run a marathon without taking the time to rest and refuel, so why would you continuously pour your energy into relationships that do not replenish you? If you constantly give your time and emotions to those who do not value or appreciate them, you will eventually find yourself burned out, frustrated, and resentful. Another reason it is important to be mindful of where you invest your energy is that it affects every aspect of your life. The people you surround yourself with influence your thoughts, your mindset, and even your decisions. When you spend time with those who uplift and support you, you develop confidence, motivation, and a sense of purpose. However, if you invest too much in people who bring negativity into your life, you may find yourself struggling with self-doubt, anxiety, and even a diminished sense of self-worth. This is why it is crucial to set boundaries and prioritize relationships that add value rather than take it away. Setting boundaries does not mean you are being selfish. It means recognizing that your well-being is important and that you deserve to be surrounded by people who genuinely care for you. Sometimes we hold on to toxic relationships out of fear of being alone, fear of conflict, or fear of hurting someone's feelings. However, the truth is that staying in these draining relationships ultimately hurts you more in the long run. It is not your responsibility to carry the emotional weight of others at the cost of your own happiness. When you begin to protect your energy, you will notice a shift in your life. You will have more mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall peace. You will be able to focus on your goals and aspirations without the burden of negativity holding you back. You will also attract better relationships, ones that are built on mutual respect, appreciation, and genuine care. This transformation starts with a simple decision: to stop giving your energy to those who do not deserve it, and to start investing in people who truly value and uplift you. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. In life, we often encounter a variety of people, some of whom will come and go, while others will remain as a constant presence. When it comes to forming meaningful relationships, whether with friends, partners, or colleagues, it's essential to recognize that not everyone you meet has earned the right to be a part of your inner circle. Loyalty is a powerful virtue. Many of us are taught that loyalty means standing by people no matter what, supporting them through thick and thin. While loyalty is indeed important, it should never come at the expense of your well-being. Just because someone is in your life does not mean they automatically deserve a permanent place at your table. You need to be selective about who you give access to your time, your emotions, and your personal space. Some people might try to convince you that loyalty means tolerating their poor behavior, their disregard for your feelings, or their selfish actions, but true loyalty involves mutual respect and care. It's about being there for one another, offering support, and showing up when it matters most. This is why it's crucial to assess the people in your life and recognize their true intentions. Some will only be in your life for a season. They might offer temporary pleasure, superficial company, or momentary comfort, but in the end, they won't contribute to your personal growth or long-term happiness. These are the people who are often quick to take but slow to give. They will ask for favors, emotional support, or time. But when you need the same from them, they are nowhere to be found. On the other hand, the right people, those who deserve a seat at your table, will make an effort to add value to your life. They will listen to you when you speak, understand your struggles, and celebrate your victories. They won't use you as a source of validation or a way to fill their own needs, but rather, they will want to see you succeed and will do what they can to help you reach your goals. They won't try to control or manipulate you. Instead, they will encourage your independence, support your decisions, and respect your boundaries. It's also important to understand that the people you choose to surround yourself with directly influence your mindset and energy. If you surround yourself with people who drain you, undermine your confidence, or disrespect your values, you'll inevitably start to feel the impact of that energy in your own life. You might begin to doubt yourself, feel discouraged, or even lower your standards because you start to believe that this is all you deserve. But when you choose to let the right people into your circle, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You begin to engage with people who encourage you to aim higher, push you to become the best version of yourself, and celebrate your achievements with genuine joy. These people are not threatened by your success, they are proud of you, and they want to see you thrive. In every relationship, there has to be a balance between give and take. You should never feel as though you're the only one putting in effort, time, or emotional investment. Healthy relationships are built on reciprocity. It's not about keeping score, but recognizing when someone genuinely puts in the effort to build a strong, meaningful connection. When you allow the right people to take their place at your table, you create a supportive, empowering environment where both you and your relationships can flourish. Recognizing that not everyone deserves a seat at your table is not about being judgmental or exclusive. It's about protecting your peace and ensuring that the people you allow into your life contribute positively to your well-being. It's a reminder that your time, energy, and emotions are precious, and you should not waste them on relationships that do not uplift or benefit you. Be mindful of who you invest in, and make sure that the people at your table are there to stay for the right reasons. Actions speak louder than words. In any relationship, whether personal or professional, it's easy to be swayed by what someone says. Words can be comforting, convincing, or even manipulative. But in the end, it's actions that reveal a person's true character. Talk is cheap, and it's crucial to recognize that a person's behavior will tell you far more about their intentions and feelings than any promise or sweet declaration ever could. When someone truly cares about you, their actions will consistently match their words. They will show up when they say they will keep their promises, and they will put in the effort to nurture and maintain the relationship. For example, if someone tells you they care but continuously cancels plans, fails to follow through on commitments, or shows a lack of interest in your life, their words hold little value. Actions like these expose the gap between what they say and what they are truly willing to do for you. It's important to recognize that actions reveal priorities. People make time for what and who they value. If someone constantly says they care, but never makes the effort to be there when you need them, or doesn't show interest in your well-being, it's clear where their priorities lie. The right people will not only tell you they care, they will show you through consistent, thoughtful actions. This might include checking in on you during tough times, offering a helping hand when you're in need, or celebrating your wins with genuine enthusiasm. They will invest in the relationship through both their words and actions, creating a foundation built on trust and reliability. On the flip side, when people's actions contradict their words, it often signals a deeper issue. It might indicate a lack of respect, a lack of commitment, or a desire to keep you at arm's length for their own convenience. In these cases, it's important to pay attention to the patterns of behavior. A person may apologize repeatedly for their actions, but if those actions don't change, their words become meaningless. Apologies without change are just empty promises. They are attempts to avoid accountability without taking responsibility for their behavior. We also need to recognize that actions are not always grand gestures. Small, consistent acts of kindness, reliability, and support go a long way in demonstrating someone's true character. It's not always about the big moments, it's about how someone shows up for you in the everyday, seemingly insignificant moments. It's the friend who listens without judgment when you're feeling down, The partner who takes the time to notice when you're struggling, or the colleague who steps up to help without being asked. These actions may seem small, but they speak volumes about the person's intentions and how much they truly value the relationship. Actions can also reveal a lot about a person's emotional maturity and self-awareness. People who are emotionally mature understand the impact of their actions and are willing to take responsibility when they make mistakes. They will apologize, own up to their shortcomings, and make the necessary efforts to improve. In contrast, those who repeatedly fail to acknowledge their actions or make excuses for poor behavior show a lack of accountability and a disregard for the feelings of others. It's easy to get caught up in the words people say, especially when those words are flattering, reassuring, or make us feel good. However, we must train ourselves to look beyond the surface and pay attention to the actions that accompany those words. Over time, a pattern of actions, whether positive or negative, will reveal the true nature of a person's character and their commitment to the relationship. If you're investing in someone who repeatedly fails to follow through, it's a clear indication that they are not the right person to invest your time, energy, or emotions in. True relationships are built on trust, consistency, and mutual respect, all of which are reflected through actions, not just words. When the right people come into your life, their actions will consistently align with their words, creating a relationship based on authenticity, care, and shared values. You know your worth, don't settle. It's easy to undervalue yourself in relationships, especially when you're longing for connection, love, or acceptance. We've all been there, caught in situations where we find ourselves giving more than we receive, or compromising our values because we don't want to be alone. The problem with this is that when we don't recognize our own worth, we end up allowing people into our lives who don't treat us the way we deserve to be treated. Knowing your worth means understanding that you are valuable, unique, and deserving of respect, kindness, and love. When you truly value yourself, you won't settle for anything less than the best that life has to offer. You won't allow yourself to be treated poorly. And you won't tolerate relationships where you feel invisible, unimportant, or unappreciated. Your self-worth isn't determined by how others see you. It's rooted in your own understanding of your strengths, your abilities, and your inherent value as a person. When you know your worth, you stop seeking validation from people who aren't capable of giving it. You stop chasing after approval or attention from individuals who are emotionally unavailable, indifferent, or dismissive of your needs. Instead, you attract people who appreciate you for who you are and who recognize the unique qualities that make you special. You don't have to prove your value to anyone. It's already inherent in who you are. Recognizing your worth also means setting boundaries and holding people accountable when they cross those boundaries. You no longer allow toxic behavior, disrespect, or manipulation because you understand that you deserve better. For example, if someone continually disrespects your time, ignores your feelings, or takes advantage of your kindness, knowing your worth gives you the strength to walk away. You realize that you don't need to tolerate these behaviors to keep someone in your life. You have the power to choose who you spend your time and energy on, and those who treat you poorly simply don't make the cut. It's also important to remember that knowing your worth is not about arrogance or superiority. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone else, but rather of recognizing your own value and not allowing others to diminish it. People who truly know their worth don't need to constantly prove it or seek recognition. They just live with confidence in their own skin. They know that they have something to offer, and they expect others to treat them with the same level of respect and appreciation that they offer in return. When you understand your worth, you stop settling for relationships that don't align with your standards. Whether it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, or a professional connection, you no longer accept situations that leave you feeling drained, unimportant, or undervalued. Instead, you prioritize relationships where there is mutual respect, reciprocity, and genuine care. You realize that it's better to be alone or to have a small circle of true friends than to stay in relationships where you are constantly giving but never receiving. In romantic relationships, knowing your worth means not settling for anything less than a partner who sees and appreciates you for who you are. It means not tolerating disrespect, dishonesty, or emotional manipulation just because you don't want to be alone. The right partner will cherish you, support you, and work alongside you to build a healthy, loving relationship. Settling for someone who doesn't treat you with the respect and kindness you deserve is never worth it in the long run. The same applies to friendships and professional relationships. If people are taking more from you than they are willing to give, or if they consistently fail to respect your boundaries, it's time to reevaluate the connection. Your time, energy, and emotional well-being are valuable, and you deserve to invest them in relationships that lift you up, not bring you down. Knowing your worth is a powerful act of self-love and self-respect. It empowers you to make choices that prioritize your happiness, growth, and well-being. When you recognize your value, you stop tolerating less than you deserve, and you begin to create space for the people and opportunities that truly align with your goals and desires. Growth requires letting go. One of the hardest but most necessary things we can do in life is to let go of relationships or situations that no longer serve us. Whether it's a friendship that has become toxic, a romantic relationship that has run its course, or even a family dynamic that causes more harm than good, holding on to these connections often prevents us from growing. Letting go is a form of self-care, and it's essential for personal development, peace, and progress. The truth is, we sometimes hold onto relationships out of fear of loneliness, fear of confrontation, or fear of change. We may feel like we're stuck in these relationships because we're afraid of what might happen if we let go. But holding on to unhealthy connections doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you grow, and it certainly doesn't help the other person involved. In fact, it often holds both parties back from reaching their full potential. Growth, whether personal, professional, or emotional, requires space. Space to discover who you truly are, space to pursue new opportunities, and space to invest in the right people who will help you grow. When you hold on to relationships that are emotionally draining, toxic, or one-sided, you're essentially blocking your own path. You're not allowing yourself the freedom to evolve into the person you're meant to be. Letting go doesn't mean you're being heartless or abandoning someone. It simply means that you're choosing to prioritize your own well-being and happiness. Sometimes, letting go is about recognizing that the person or relationship you've been holding on to isn't bringing you joy or contributing to your personal growth anymore. It's about realizing that you've outgrown a situation and that staying in it only keeps you stagnant. For example, you might have a friend who once brought joy into your life, but now seems to be constantly negative, critical, or unsupportive. Perhaps you've outgrown the friendship, and it no longer serves a positive purpose in your life. By letting go of this toxic relationship, you open up the possibility of forming new, more supportive connections that will encourage you to grow and thrive. The same applies to romantic relationships. Staying in a relationship where you feel stuck, undervalued, or unfulfilled won't allow either person to reach their true potential. Sometimes, ending that relationship is the best thing you can do for both your future and your emotional health. Letting go also means releasing the guilt that often accompanies it. Many people feel guilty for ending relationships or distancing themselves from people they care about, even when those relationships are unhealthy. But guilt shouldn't prevent you from doing what's best for you. It's important to understand that it's okay to outgrow people, and it's okay to walk away from relationships that no longer bring you peace. Your journey is unique, and you are allowed to prioritize your own growth over preserving relationships that hold you back. In some cases, letting go is not about ending the relationship, but about creating boundaries. If a relationship is important to you, but has become toxic in some way, sometimes the healthiest option is to distance yourself emotionally or physically. By doing this, you create the space needed for both parties to heal, grow, and reevaluate what the relationship should look like moving forward. Growth requires shedding old habits, old mindsets, and yes, sometimes old relationships. Letting go is an essential part of this process. It's about making room for the new, for the healthier, for the relationships and opportunities that align with the person you're becoming. It's about choosing to surround yourself with people and situations that foster positivity, learning, and emotional well-being. Ultimately, letting go is an act of self-respect. It's a way of acknowledging that your time, energy, and emotional health are valuable, and you deserve to spend them in ways that contribute to your growth. By freeing yourself from relationships that no longer serve you, you are making space for the right people and experiences that will help you evolve into the best version of yourself. The right people will elevate you. Life is a journey, and the people you choose to share that journey with play a crucial role in your growth, happiness, and success. Not every relationship is meant to help you grow, but the right people, those who genuinely care about your well-being, dreams, and aspirations, will inspire and encourage you to become the best version of yourself. These are the individuals who not only support you during difficult times, but also challenge you to aim higher and push beyond your limits. When you are surrounded by the right people, you feel empowered, motivated, and driven. They will encourage you to step outside your comfort zone and take risks that ultimately lead to personal and professional growth. These people see your potential and believe in you even when you may not fully believe in yourself. They offer constructive feedback, lend a helping hand when needed, and celebrate your wins as if they were their own. With them by your side, you feel supported and uplifted at every turn. One of the key qualities of the right people is that they genuinely want to see you succeed. They don't feel threatened by your achievements or accomplishments. Instead, they are proud of your growth and happiness and are eager to help you along the way. These individuals recognize that your success does not diminish their own. In fact, it inspires them to be better as well. They cheer you on when you reach your goals and stand by you when you face setbacks, offering encouragement and perspective to help you stay motivated. In addition to offering support and encouragement, the right people will hold you accountable. They won't let you settle for mediocrity or let you make excuses when you are capable of achieving more. These individuals know that you have the potential to achieve great things, and they will gently push you to stay focused, work harder, and remain committed to your dreams. Sometimes, this may involve having tough conversations, but these are the kinds of conversations that spur growth. The right people are not afraid to challenge you in a loving, constructive way because they know that challenging you is part of helping you reach your full potential. Another important aspect of being surrounded by the right people is that they foster a positive environment in which you can thrive. They are not the kind of individuals who will bring drama, negativity, or toxic energy into your life. Instead, they radiate positivity, optimism, and support, creating a space where you feel safe to express yourself, take risks, and be vulnerable. These people make you feel like you can conquer anything, and their belief in you helps you believe in yourself. The right people also encourage you to be authentic and true to yourself. They respect your individuality and understand that your uniqueness is something to be celebrated. They won't try to change who you are to fit their expectations or mold you into someone you're not. Instead, they accept you for all that you are and love you for it. This acceptance allows you to be comfortable in your own skin and to pursue your dreams with confidence. Additionally, the right people will help you grow emotionally and mentally. They teach you important life lessons, provide wisdom from their own experiences, and offer perspectives that broaden your view of the world. These individuals help you become a better version of yourself by encouraging you to reflect, learn, and evolve. They inspire you to keep striving for more, not out of competition, but out of a genuine desire to see you thrive. Ultimately, the right people will make your life richer and more fulfilling. They will enhance your journey, helping you navigate challenges and celebrate triumphs along the way. They create a support system that propels you forward, inspiring you to pursue your passions and dreams without fear of failure. These are the people who, through their actions, help you elevate yourself spiritually, emotionally, and professionally. By surrounding yourself with individuals who genuinely care for you and want to see you succeed, you open yourself up to endless opportunities for growth and happiness.